Peace and blessings.
Hanging out, lips all red, nails painted red, purple, blue, green, long like bird claws, all this fake hair, breast implants, toenails painted with little fake diamonds in it. Your toes ain't richer. You're nothing but I don't chase booty.
Go ahead, brother.
If I got to chase my wife, then I'm gonna have to keep chasing her to keep her.
That's right. That's right.
You men that chase women, the moment you start chasing that woman, you're gonna have to keep chasing her.
Keep it up.
That keeper, you're gonna have to keep it up.
That's right.
And once she see you chasing her, she gonna deliberately do things that make you run her down.
That's right.
I won't never chase a woman long as I'm black.
No.
And as far as I know, God ain't changing my color.
Regardless of if you're religious or not, we're all in this together. We're pretty much saying the same thing in regards to what we will and will not accept from a woman in regards to longevity, right? Building a legacy with a partner. We are all saying the same thing. It doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. We have standards and expectations moving forward. And, you know, women are, not all, but modern women specifically are going to try to shame you for those standards.
I don't believe from a biblical perspective that a woman have to wear makeup and fake hair to be beautiful. And this is one of my arguments. The women have been commercialized in such a way until they feel as though their hair is not good enough for them, so they want to buy some. The way God made them isn't good enough for them, so they want to put on lipstick and all this other thing. I'm a firm believer that God's creation is naturally beautiful, but I also don't want my daughters out here walking the street with tights on and a halter just so men can walk around or drive by and bump their horn at them and whistle at them.
So is it their fault or is it the men's fault for sexualizing them?
What?
It is the nature of a man to be attracted to a woman who hardly have anything on. Let me make this example.
Please.
There are some men that drive a very fashionable car and look a certain way. And sometimes that look attracts certain women. There are certain looks that a woman can have on that make her appear that attract certain men. That's just a fact. You go buy a car because you're attracted to the look, even if you don't know the engine, how it works.
But that doesn't mean that it's our fault.
Why would any decent woman want to walk the streets with shorts so short, everything in the shorts is out the shorts? What is so decent about it? Let me make it a good example.
Okay.
Again, if I came in here and rings on every finger like the bling bling preachers and had my hair processed hanging down, you know, and this loud blood red suit and purple shoes and an apricot shirt,
We would judge you.
bright yellow tie, would you really believe I'm a man of God, or would you believe I'm just a straight up pimp and just went in church business to pimp?
I would think you're a pimp.
Exactly.
If he gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody in the world, would you use it?
Yeah.
On who?
Zac Efron, Josh Bowman, some celebrity, hot celebrity. You turned that down? Couldn't do it.
All right, what if it was all the way around?
She belongs to the streets.
I know what I'm worth. One night with one celebrity doesn't change who I am.
So you wouldn't use it?
Even
There's
if
no
I gave
point.
it to you?
No, because it sounds like a trap. If your significant other is willing to give you a one night stand with anybody in the world, it sounds like a trap for your loyalty.
When he tries to be seen, but y'all not together.
Can I have 7 Bing Bang burgers, please? You plenty more where that came from. Why are you so damn big, bro? Wait, where you put the phone down?
Put the camera up, man. Come on, put the camera up, man. But I'll pay for this shit. Come on, man. Stop playing. The phone, put the phone up.
My phone died.
This bitch out of control. This bitch said my phone died.
She wants the benefits of using your resources, going on fancy restaurants, being flown out, taken on trips. But the moment she posts a video on social media or TikTok and you're potentially in it, she wants to put the camera down.
She belongs to the streets.
What happens if a man gets evicted? What happens if a man who's not married, has no kids, runs out of money, and can't pay his rent, and there's no facility? Where does he go?
Probably the street.
Thank you. Same place where you'll be. And we need to start telling more women, y'all are going to be homeless. Because I know where in hell that somebody needs to take care of a bunch of elderly, rebel women who mismanaged their lives because they didn't want to get along with somebody. If men did the same thing, the street would be waiting for men too, right?
All right, guys. So as you can see, the delusion is at a all-time high. And I'll say this because I got new subscribers coming in. I've been homeless twice in my life, right? The first time was when I was 4 years old. I was born in the Caribbean, migrated to North America. My mother and I stayed in a homeless shelter. We went to the food bank for non-perishable items, food, so on and so forth. The second time was when I was in my early 20s. I was sleeping in my 92 Honda Accord. And I'll say this, the experience being homeless with my mother staying in a shelter versus being a man on my own, sleeping in my car, was two different experiences. And when you're looking at who is representing the homeless rate, it's 70% men, 29% is women, and then the other 1% is transgender or non-binary individuals, right? Those numbers are extremely high. And without getting too political, these numbers are going to get worse because you're seeing a lot of these illegal immigrants moving into cities such as Chicago and New York, taking over the homeless shelters, taking over hotels that are designated for less fortunate people, eating up all the resources when it comes to healthcare, food, strollers, diapers, so on and so forth. Looking at inflation rates from last year to this year, it's gone up roughly 10%. So the point that I'm trying to make is, instead of, women having these arguments that you need to be 6-pack, 6 feet, 6 figures, you need to drive a boat and have these unrealistic expectations, get with a man.
Hello, Gina.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
What you guys say, Mara? He said yes. Bro, the way she's walking, bro. He's a husband, a disciplined man, you know. What's your type of the guy?
Short. I like short guys.
How short?
5'6" to like 5'9" is like my niche.
I'm like 5'9". Do I have a chance?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we get a 360?
How old are you? 18. How old are you?
I'm 28.
You too young.
I'm too young?
Yeah. I need like 10. I need like 12 years on top of me.
The guy is only 18, but he's out here playing the game like a 35-year veteran professional cheat-slaying messiah. You have to admire his quantum reverse psychology physics. Bro's vision is absolutely immaculate.
under the mask? Like, why are you hiding your face?
So you gonna show what's underneath?
I'm hiding my face for the same reason you're wearing makeup.
No way, boy.
No.
One question.
What's the answer?
Would you pound me?
Yeah, I got you, dog.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah. That's so hot. Thank you.
What's my name?
Scarlett?
Do you love me?
Yes.
Will you do anything I tell you to do?
Yes.
Kiss me on the cheek. Go on the floor and kiss my shoes. Get wet for me.
Yes, master. Do you want me to do anything else for you?
Goodbye!
This guy is officially the final boss of simps. He is the whole reason why we need Andrew Tate back immediately.
I cannot fucking stand you anymore. You are so selfish. The most selfish person I've ever been in my life. You only think about yourself. What's your problem? What's the... Motherfucker. Get to the door!
Ross, what do women really want?
I don't care what they want. I only care what they respond to. See, my focus is a little bit different from your other guests. There's what women say they want, there's what women think they want, and then there's what they actually respond to. I'm not an academic, I'm not a theoretician. I'm interested in what works on the street when it's time to date and mate. And what women actually respond to is not what they say they want.
So what do they respond to?
They really respond to a guy who's a challenge, a guy who's a question mark, a guy who keeps them guessing. You see, in the beginning, the less attractive you are physically, the more you have to rely on your attitude. And that's what I wrote my book for. I wrote my book for the average-looking, even ugly guy who goes out there in the real world and tries to be a nice guy, gets his head kicked in.
The moment this man said he does not care, he already has half of these girls falling in love.
Oh my god.
You're not the same, because here's the difference between me and you. I have respect for every single woman here with what they do for a living. Even you. I won't take a stab at anybody how they put bread on their table. You, that's why no man want you and you're single.
Oh!
You know what I know. You just said you're single. You need to got the most money. You need to relax. I want you to Myron Trump's on your bank account. You're married, 2 kids, and you're single. Who are you talking to? Why saying that you up, bitch?
You have a girlfriend?
I don't.
Do you think I'm hot?
Not really.
Oh, why?
Way many more people attractive here than you.
What's not hot about me?
Your personality and your voice.
My voice?
You're a little too small. You can maybe like eat a burger and not be anorexic.
That's aggressive.
I don't know who you're trying to impress. No one's gonna simp over you.
We are in the midst of a simp-apocalypse. The simpness is spreading like a wild disease. And clearly, this guy is not showing any symptoms. He's the type of guy that doesn't need to be alpha. The alphas need him. Officially king status.
You think that speech is violence. That's what that sign says.
The conversation that you're having is oppressive.
So I am oppressing people by what I'm doing. So I am exerting violence on people by my speech. That's what the sign says, and that's what you just said. And the protester is saying that's exactly what I'm doing, and she's saying that's exactly what her sign means. So that means that you, a faculty member at an American public university, paid for by taxpayer dollars, are conflating speech with violence.
Yes. Speech can be violent. What you are saying contributes to systemic racism in this country. It means that my students of color are pulled over and accused of stealing a car when they did not.
I'm not pulling anybody over for stealing any cars. I see many people of many different races in this room. They all seem to be doing just fine. No, I haven't asked because no violence has been committed on you. Because violence is not a subjective feeling. Violence is an objective fact.
I have a lot of questions. First of all, how the hell did she ever become a teacher? And how do we allow this woman to be in a classroom? You see, while the United States of America is on the brink of collapse, we are arguing about feelings and other crock shit. Just send in the asteroid.
Iran, we need the will of God. We need Allah. Listen, I'm ready for the asteroid. I've had enough.
Oh, say much.
the likes that they should.
What?
What you mean?
Stop calling me dude. I'm not a dude.
You a dude?
No, I'm not. I've been taking hormones.
Ain't no hormones
For the
over
past
here,
5
no,
years.
bro. See, look, what you gotta understand is, you could have told me this, you feel me? Because like I told you,
But
Jerry,
you
I
wouldn't
mess,
like me.
look, I mess with women, you feel me? That's what I do. I love women, you know what I'm saying? I want to find me a woman one day. I don't want to find a dude. You feel me?
I'm not a dude.
I'm not
a dude.
You feel me? Hey,
I'm
you
not a
feel me?
dude.
No, I'm not with that. I'm not with that.
I'm not a dude. I've been taking hormones for the past 5 years.
You been what?
I've been taking hormones for the past 5 years. That's changed my brain. That's changed my skin.
Some ignorant. You better be lucky you ain't do this to him. Because he would have grabbed you and threw you across the street. You feel me?
Okay, that's...
So, this is a reaction that you could get from someone who doesn't want this. That's probably why it's a good idea to just say flat out in the beginning.
Keep it real, dude.
And, well, yeah, but there's no reason getting up. You wanted to meet someone that you had never met before.
I mean, you wouldn't have liked me if I would have told you from the beginning.
Stop talking to me, man. Ain't no point to talk to me no more.
Well,
you see how that went. Ain't no point.
We can try this.
Well, here's...
The emojis you were sending me, the heart eyes,
Bro, I
all
see
that.
women emojis all the time. They women. You feel me?
I'm a woman.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
I'm a trans woman.
See, that make
There's
it
a
worse.
man.
Okay.
A man has no hair.
I guarantee it's not your hair.
It's my hair.
I guarantee it's not your hair.
It's my hair.
I guarantee it's not.
It's
I
my
guarantee
hair.
it's not. You feel me? Because I can see. And I can see all the... I do want to snap and tell you. You can tell.
Okay. It's not as if you two had any intimacy and you were tricked.
Never that.
Okay, well, okay, so basically you wanted to meet her, now you're meeting her and you're finding out that she was born a man, so you're not interested. But it's not like anything happened that...
And the pictures I sent, that's what happened. That made me feel nasty. You know what I'm saying?
We can try this. I mean, you're not... You're basically being ignorant. Like, we can try this.
No, you're ignorant for not telling me. You feel me?
Well, you wouldn't have told me before.
Exactly. And I wouldn't even be talking to you. You know? I ain't trying to talk to you.
Be a gentleman.
What you talking about?
Okay, call me crazy, but I don't think this is going to work out. But in fairness, a response you could have is say, I'm sorry, I thought you were born a woman. I'm not interested in being with someone who's transgender. Nice meeting you, but no. You don't have to go out with her. Yeah, what I'm saying is, you don't want to go out with her. Don't go out with her.
Oh, I'm not.
I understand.
That's over with. You seen that when it walked in the door.
Yeah, but... So, see, he doesn't... You know.
I feel like he's just still trying.
It ain't gonna happen. It really isn't gonna happen because he doesn't want to. We'll be back.
I can speak for most men. And like most men, I like my coffee how I like my woman. Without a dick. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
I'm into like a huge.
How big are we talking?
I mean,
you know when they used
no.
to say thick with 2 seeds? This is like thick with like a lot of seeds, bro.
I mean, when I hit it from the back, I want to hear block, 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 block.
That's the longest Logan has
Block,
ever
block,
gone.
block, 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 block.
Something that you can buy with your body count.
Everything.
Everything.
I'm married. That's what's relevant to me.
That's what's relevant to you?
Yeah.
When did you get married?
Approximately 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago.
What would you rate me on a scale from 1 to 10?
Like hotness?
Everything, overall.
Overall, hold on. He's a 10.
Can I get a kiss on the to cheat.
From the looks of it, it looks like somebody is about to get a divorce soon. Because according to the book of the butt cheek spreading, lava illusion, the book of the ass collapolations, it states, when a girl gets married and she gets a ring, it does not mean a damn thing, because that ring does not plug her holes from getting penetrated by ding-galings. Now, gentlemen, there is this old saying that drunk words are sober thoughts.
He's a 10.
And from the looks of it, this girl is on a girls' trip. Now, may we have Pastor Boosie explain to us what happens during a girls' trip?
But he got me understand, man. She getting dick down right now, man. That shit, bro.
Lava was born out of our need to do this. Today, it's a way of being, staying true to yourself while realizing you're part of something much bigger.
Come on with the games. I remember them shits though. Fucking commercials, man.
Knowledge, your wisdom, your inspiration is very much appreciated. Now let's resume the clip.
What's one thing you know about one of your friends that you wish you didn't?
They're all whores. The sluttiest thing I've ever done. I this one guy one night and then his best friend the other night. But I love them so much. They get after it, but they do a really good job at it, so I can't be mad at them.
Now, according to the book of the Creamology,
really get
section
after it.
Thoughtaladians, it states, a birds of a feather flock together. 1 + 1 is 2. If she hangs out with hoes, that means she's 1, 2.
I fucked like one of my friend's brothers, but my brother's friends, man, he's in high school.
Yeah, that's the dream. Yeah, not being high school.
And
But, like,
I like fulfilling fantasies. Like I fantasize. Like I like fantasy movies. I live in my own like dream world. So if I can fulfill somebody's fantasy like that, it makes me feel so good. And like they come so hard and they're so grateful. And like it doesn't last long. And like it's really nice.
What the fuck?
What's one thing you know about your best friend that you wish you didn't?
She has like 3.
That was so random. No, what?
She has threesomes twice a week with these 2 guys, and they both like peanut butter getting eaten off their ass.
What in the world is that?
Now, according to the book of the cheek-pounding prophecy, it states, these ass-collapolation scriptures reveals the untold truth and has yet to tell a lie. If her father never stayed in her life, then why should I?
What does a man gotta do to be with you?
He's gotta treat me like a princess, and he's gotta be a millie.
What do you mean?
Millionaire.
What do y'all bring to the table?
If I love you, I'm a ride or die.
Look at you, a pretty bum. A pretty bum. With nothing to offer to nobody.
If he got like a life sentence in jail, like you gonna stick beside him or you gonna leave?
Hell no.
You gonna leave?
No for that.
This girl is more confused than a damn Rubik's Cube. Guys, don't try to understand women, because women understand women. And they absolutely hate each other.
This is a certified HUD classic. To this day. To this day.
If women weren't slut shamed and were actually celebrated for being a slut, would they still play hard to get?
Yes.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Stop.
Yes.
Why?
Because you can get more money out of them if you play hard to get.
Could it be because women use sex to get power?
Some of them, yeah.
Are women more interested in love or power?
Depends on the person.
Are men more likely to use power to get sex, or are women more likely to use sex to get power?
Sex to get power.
Do you think women are more interested in love or power?
Power.
Really? That's interesting. Okay. If all the men in the world...
I speak on it, but it gets, bypassed quickly that I don't really want that shit. Something happened, something took place. A lot of things may be taking place, and they don't want the love, because look how they act. If they wanted love, they wouldn't behave the way they want. It's about control and power. If their power was ever taken from them, they want power. They want control over at least what they think they control and have power over, which is harmful because they're too unstable in the mind to really make all the right and proper decisions.
We're gay. How would women get power?
By creating and being a dominant force in society and government and leadership and influence.
Since men aren't all gay, where do women actually get their power from?
The most powerful weapon that a woman has, it is equivalent to a nuclear bomb. I want you guys to look at the thing between her legs. That fish hole. Too many men are manipulated and controlled by it. Gentlemen, we have to remember that we are the prize. But too many men shit their boots when they see a big pair of voluptuous bongos.
Nope. Gotta get that again.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Donde tu dirección de envío se escribe por sí sola.
Exactly true. And who fucking jumped off that cliff in a real truck? Boy? No, they did. Oh, they not with us no more. Sheesh. Hey.
Men aren't all gay. Where do women actually get their power from?
We said it earlier with the sex. Control the
Okay,
neck.
so can we agree that women get their power by manipulating straight men? I mean, don't...
Them eyelashes and that hairline, boy. Out of
Wait, don't women have power because men give it to them?
Now let's hypothetically say, if I were to take sex out of a relationship, how many of you guys will still have girlfriends?
Babe, what could you not live without for 1 month?
Sex, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, I was just making sure we're on the same page now. 10 years in, we better be on the same page.
Cheers to that.
You guys see that? See, most women know that men are led by their lusts. Men want sex, and every single woman knows this. So what does she do? She will use sex as a leverage in a relationship. She'll ration out the sex to manipulate and extract whatever she can get out of that relationship. Now, here is an RP truth bomb. The majority of women are intimidated by men who cannot be manipulated or controlled by sex. Why? Because if you take away her smelly fish hole, now she has to bring something of real value to a relationship. Because if you take away her cooter, most of these girls do not offer a damn thing but a headache.
Y'all have to offer besides, you can't say sex and you can't say the table. What do y'all have to offer?
Honestly, nothing.
You say
Yeah.
they don't what?
I don't have nothing to bring because I entertain.
you delusional? Sweetheart, I 1000% agree with you that you are the table. Because just like a table, you probably get on all fours. And if you guys think of a table, what does a table do all day? It sits in a room and it does absolutely nothing. And gentlemen, if we awaken our cheek-slaying Sharingan, if you guys ever come across a girl that says all men want is sex,
all he wants is intimacy. You know, that kind.
Usually the woman who says this are the ones who usually has nothing else to offer but that smelly cooter. Gentlemen, we have to remember that we are the prize, that we are more valuable than society wants us to believe.
If men typically have to have looks, money, and status in order to attract lots of beautiful women, how is the man not considered the prize?
Wow, that was mind-blowing. You just mind-blown me.
I feel like because for them to have that, they have to pull the woman. So you can't pull the woman without all those things. So you're pulling the prize by having those things.
Just ignore these bimbos. When it comes to dating and relationships, who is typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
Yeah, the woman.
Okay, so if the woman is the prize, why even bother going out with a man in the first place?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Whenever you guys hear a girl say, "That's a great question,"
That's a great question.
to translate this in the language of the woman needs, it means I do not understand or speak the language of logic, nor do I have any logical reasoning or explanation to explain this. Now, gentlemen, whenever a girl says, "I am a queen, I'm the prize,"
So who is typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
Yeah, the woman.
she is entitled, has an inflated ego, and that girl will only be a financial burden and a demise. Now, whenever a girl says, "I know my self-worth,"
Know your worth.
just know whenever a girl says this, it has a completely false perception of what she is actually worth. Because these girls be like, "I know my self-worth and self-value." She knows her self-worth and self-value, but yet she will go back to the guy who cheated on her 20 million times.
What was the reason you and your ex ended?
I found out he was cheating on me from Barstool Sports.
She knows her self-worth and self-value, but yet she will go back to the guy who cheated on her 20 million times, who does not have a job and still probably lives in his mom's basement. My forehead probably has a bigger and brighter future than him. Whenever a girl says, "I know my self-worth and self-value, I'm beautiful no matter what," that is like a homeless man telling us he's rich no matter what.
So who's the prize in a lesbian relationship? Both of them?
Both of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, oh God.
Be the prize.
So then why aren't they both the prize in a heterosexual relationship?
Because I was about to say men are down here and women are up here.
Okay, so are women equal to men or are women superior to men?
For sure, superior.
Okay, so then why do women go around saying they want equality when they actually want superiority?
It's just for the look. So people just want to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go look for this," but they're actually looking
Okay,
for money.
why is it, do you know what the definition of chauvinism is? Chauvinism means one sex thinking they're superior to another. Why is it when men think they're superior, we call it chauvinism, but when women think they're superior, we call it feminism?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
The thing is, women only want things that directly only benefit them in a relationship, because accountability is like COVID to women. They avoid it at all costs. Now, with modern
Please. The loud, over-talking ones mainly. Can you please come on and have a conversation about any question I can ask and you not lose your shit about it? Because all you gonna do is deflect and tell me about how you know a nigga didn't do something. You always know a nigga who didn't do something, but you also got a whole nother group of niggas who awesome. But why they ain't never come wipe your ass up? It's always somebody else's reason. But it all ties down to the woman. But alright. Accountability, they just don't want it. They want to pick and choose what's important when they want to make it important, and that's not conducive to shit going the course. Trying to control shit and not let shit be. There's no order to it.
Day feminism. Women be like, we're strong and we're independent. But yet they want men to do everything while they sit back and complain about everything. While these girls will go out, get ran through at the yellow light, sucking multiple dicks.
Suck it, what's that? Suck it, what's that? Suck it, what's that? Who the fuck cares about body count? We're all adults, right? Who the fuck gives a fuck?
Now allow me to bless this cream gobbler from the passage of cheek-slaying Prometheans, section Thoughtaladians. It states, sweetheart, there is enough makeup to hide your face, which is a piece of trash. But there's not enough makeup to hide your cream gobbling past.
My controversial opinion of the day is I think it should be illegal for people under the age of 25 to date for longer than 2 years. I think it is simply unnecessary and unfair. All of the best candidates are always taken by people they've been dating since they were literal minors, like children. Therefore, they don't know any better because they don't know any different. I think it creates codependency issues. I think it will create an identity crisis later in life. I think we should be spending our early 20s getting to know ourselves, exploring, sharing the world. Let's figure out the best pairs. No reason to pair up so early. I don't think that's very fair. And then after 25, you can do whatever you want.
And when would these women understand that their 20s would not last forever?
Does a woman's dating options increase or decrease with age?
Decrease, I would say. Yeah, definitely decrease. The more disappointed we get, the more we don't want to date.
So why do women's standards often increase as their options decrease?
I think after her looks aren't a thing anymore, she probably starts to value other parts of herself. And probably more than what her looks were offering before.
Why does that usually happen after the looks fade? Why can't it happen before?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Part of me wants to blame, like, the media and the importance that they put on somebody's looks, especially young women. But honestly, I think it's just like more of a household conversation that needs to happen with women, with girls, with daughters, with, ladies.
There is this old saying that states, if you want to see a person's true characteristics, if you want to see a person's true colors, you give them power and watch what they do with it. And today, the modern women have all the power in the world. And what do? They give it away to the wrong men and post it on OnlyFans for everybody to see. Now, ladies, if you want to be like this girl, and go out and slay the dragon in your 20s. Now, may I show you your future in 20 years?
Remember, to every action, gonna be a reaction.
Now everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I need you guys to fasten your seatbelts because we are about to jump in the hot tub time machine. Now, on a count to 3, everybody jump. 1, 2, 3.
The Extra Affordable Care Act ending
So, the most inconvenient thing about being 30, or since turning 30, I'm 32, so it's been 2 years since the dreaded 30. Anyway, the worst bit about it is that you just don't like absolutely anybody, and the people that you do like are married. So you're either Bridget Jones as fucking celibate, or you have to get drunk to endure sexual encounters. I can't do that personally. I mean, if you can, touche. Wish I could, but I can't. But those are your options. Drunk really distorted sexual endeavors or celibacy.
Now, if we look at this through an RP lens, it's not that she can't find a date or get a guy. It's the fact that the guy she wants does not want her, because the guy she wants has better, harder, younger, and tighter options. And she just can't accept that. And the number one thing that a woman hates and despises the most is younger, harder, and tighter women. Now, once a man reaches the age of 30, he should realize that women his age are too old for him. Why do I say this? Because women above the age of 30, they come with a lot of baggage and unsolved trauma.
Date yourself. I've been dating myself now for 6 years, almost 7. I have fun by myself. I know it makes me happy. I like to go get my nails done. I like to go shopping. I like to go hiking by myself. Like, I like to do crap by myself. But like, at the end of the day, I would love more than anything to come home to somebody. To just lay in the bed with them and watch a show. Have a partner. Have somebody I can depend on.
Have somebody I can depend on.
I feel bad for this woman. I feel for her because I'm human. I have emotions. I'm not a prick. But unfortunately, this is how I feel.
We don't give a fuck. Jesus, we don't give a fuck.
Because if you guys understand the concepts of female nature, you start to see an occurring pattern that happens over and over and over again. And you soon realize that a woman will never cry for what she has done, but will cry for the consequences she has to pay. Because behind every single woman crying in her 30s about men is a mountain of broken hearts of guys where she played, manipulated, used, and ignored. Because when a woman reaches the age of 30, she is not looking for a relationship. She is looking for a retirement plan, an insurance policy. Now, when you guys see and hear a woman in her 30s say, I need a real man, yeah, a real problem for a beta male simp mangina. And when you guys hear a woman say, I need a better man, to translate this in the language of the womanese, a future divorce prospect. That is what she means. Now, may I have Mr. Kevin Samuels, and God rest his soul. This one's for him. Cheers, mate. Now, Mr. Kevin Samuels, may you send this cream gobbler off with a mile-high salute. Now, my fellow kings, may I end this video from a quote from the cheek-slaying Gospels. It states, flirt with many, but don't fall in love with any. Because when you are a man chasing excellence, woman will always become available. There will never be a problem. Now, if you chase women, they will always be your problem.
Allowing people to live